Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red hot covered call video. Well, hey, look, I'm back behind the mic. I'm excited because I'm going to show you a trade today for which started a week ago when I did that stock showdown with Zillow and Redfin. We're going to talk about that today because that turned into an awesome 1 week cash secure put that put $1,100 in the wallet. And I'll tell you what, man, I'm feeling good. We're going to start a new wheel strategy with Redfin. And I'll tell you, man, it is empowering to do our research and then do the trade to get the experience and feel the trade. I'll tell you what, when I did that Redfin trade just yesterday, Friday, September 11th, absolutely felt like I'm knocking the leather off the baseball with this one. So we're going to see how it plays out. I'm going to show you today a trade, and I'm going to show you something that I saw in the charts. And this is something for all you salty dog cover call writers that might up your game. I noticed something in the daily chart. I went with it, and that's why I did my cash secure put on Redfin. Now let's go ahead and get to this because I have a lot to show you here. If you like anything you heard, I want you to subscribe to the channel. It's right there and it's free. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now we're going to talk about this Redfin trade. It's right there. You see it at the top. It's a cash secure put. It's going to expire this coming Friday, September 18th, 49 strike. This cash secure put right here expires this coming Friday, September 18th. I want to get skin in the game because I want to do a wheel strategy on it. Redfin pays some great premiums. I want to be a part of that. This company, this industry, this real estate financial services industry is continuing to go higher. Now, I don't know if Redfin is a great long-term investment. As we find out with these online-based companies, what's good today may not be good tomorrow. But for 30 days, I'm guessing Redfin's going to be okay. So when I did this wheel yesterday, looking at that at the money strike, because I want to own the shares, man. I've done a couple wheels recently and I've done videos on them. I never got the shares. So I want to do a real wheel. I did that at the money cash secure put. They paid me $2.30. Which it turns out it was about 70 cents in the money because the stock was trading a little bit lower. But for me, it's basically in the money. I want these shares. So I picked that 49 strike. I got the 230 for it. Now we're going to go ahead and assume we get these shares. And I'm really hoping I get assigned the shares. Yes, I could have bought them, but I want to get paid premium. See, that's the game we play, man. I want people to pay me for the cash I put up for their shares. That's what we do. And that's the way I feel with my shares. If you want my shares, you're going to pay me that premium for me holding on to the shares. And it's that premium and that stock appreciation when we're writing those out of the money covered calls. It's that premium that is that cash printing machine every month. If I'm doing this every month and I'm getting really good at this, man, you can almost bank on that as being income in retirement, right? You got bills to pay. I get a lot of emails where people have medical bills to pay, and writing covered calls on their portfolio is helping supplement that. I have others that are not in retirement and they're using their portfolio to generate a little cash, man, 150 here, 200 there, and it's making the ends meet. And that is what really jacks me up when I hear those success stories because I know these videos are helping somebody. Okay, so let's get to the start of the show. I know you've already said, look, man, you got to get to it. I appreciate the motivation, inspiration, but let's get to the trade. I get it, okay? Let's do that right now. So last week, I did a stock showdown for my premium members, and I also sent out an email communication. I showed that email, I think in my last video, when I did the Rocket Mortgage cash secure put to start a wheel on that. Well, I've been watching Zillow and Redfin because anytime I do a stock showdown, I put them on my Yahoo portfolio view. And I've been watching Redfin and I've been doing some research. I actually had a couple premium members email me saying, John, I just saw this article, check it out. I have been doing more and more research on Redfin and Zillow. Well, I like Zillow, and in fact, I've used Zillow to purchase a house, but I'm looking at Redfin and I like what they're doing. And to be honest with you, I like their premiums too. And their revenues are off the chart. The growth seems to be there. And in fact, when we look at the stock showdown, where I break down these two companies, and we break it down based on selling premium. Not just breaking down the stocks and giving you that 3 top dividend stocks, and I go to Yahoo Finance and all that stuff and make content for content's sake so I make that YouTube money. I want to do it for my members and any supporter looking at it through the lens of selling premium, because that's what's important for me. So when I did the stock showdown, I noticed that these companies and their financials are off the chart, man. They got growth off the chart. And if you remember that email I sent, I broke it down how the Rocket Mortgage CEO talked about how real estate is just blowing up. Because in this coronavirus environment, people haven't been losing their homes. And in fact, their home values are going higher because the stock market is going higher. And you know how that works, right? So the stock market being at all-time highs, real estate hasn't really dropped off. And in fact, it's still at all-time highs, but interest rates are so low. People are looking to refinance, right? That's the key here. They're sitting at home. Maybe they're not bringing in the income. They're looking at their mortgage. And what they do is they go out, they refinance, right? Refinancing at a lower monthly rate, and that additional income adds to the bottom line. They're starting to do smarter things, these homeowners. And what they'll do is go to sites like Zillow, Redfin, Rocket Mortgage. It's all online. Look, I've written to the members as well. We are now in an all online era. Okay? The millennials go online to do everything, and then they'll just buy their toilet paper from Amazon. They go out and buy big ticket items online. And to be honest with you, if they don't have to interact with people, they won't. So it's important to understand my mindset. See, this is my mindset when I do my research, because like I've told you, man, I'm going to own this stock, and I have to be able to explain to my wife why I own it just in case the stock tanks. I don't want to be that guy that can't explain it. So with that said, doing my research, I decided to start my wheel. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to do a wheel strategy here, and I'm hoping I get to share September 18th. But this is essentially my write-up and why I've decided to go with the wheel. And I'll let you pause the video and read this. And this is the kind of stock commentary I give for every single trade. We're going to go ahead and jump to the charts. We're going to talk about the trade itself, but I'm also going to show you something that I noticed in the daily chart might up your game. Okay, so before we get to the daily chart, I want to show you the 1 year or year-to-date chart on Redfin. This thing has rallied, just like Zillow has rallied. Wall Street is really backing these real estate financial online companies. That's very important because, again, a lot of the growth and explosion in growth in this sector is coming from those online companies. So with that said, look at that chart. This thing seems to be bought up every single time it makes new highs, right? So every time it makes new highs, it peels back, Wall Street buys it up. And I'm watching that. That's very important, man. We always look at the chart. Now, I'm not going to go to the Keltner channel or the RSI because this thing probably is a little bit high, right? I could probably bank that this is trading above the Keltner channel mid, for which I like my low entry purchases. And it's probably trading a bit hot with an RSI higher, 40 or 50, where I like to buy my stocks. But I got to get in the game, right? And the only way I get in the game when a stock is hot is if I've done my research, feel comfortable with it, but have a plan. You have to have a plan, and I have a plan for this one. Let's go to the daily chart. I'm going to show you something, and it intrigued me, and I went with it. Now, this is Friday's daily chart on Redfin. Now, you have to understand, Thursday, it was up like $3. And when I did the stock showdown, I think it was trading for $43. So Redfin has really got on its horse and it's rallying, okay? So Thursday's rally of some $3 into the 50s, oh man, I'm watching that and I'm feeling like I missed an opportunity, right? I literally did the stock showdown a week earlier. I could have got in at $43. This thing's now trading above 50. I feel like I missed an opportunity. Well, yesterday, Redfin pulls back. And of course, man, it's Friday. We're moving into the weekend. Wall Street has some very short-term great profits on Redfin. They're going to take those profits. Well, what I noticed was there's no news and they don't have earnings. They don't have a dividend, so there's no events. And I'm seeing Zillow up on the day. So what it's telling me is chances are Redfin was sold off largely because of yesterday. And it seems to me, looking at the volume, this is just me speculating, but looking at the volume, something jumped out at me. And I'm going to show you right here. And this is why I decided to do this trade. I'm going to zero in on yesterday's volume. We're going to get a little tight here. And this is what I want you to notice. I'm not going to profess that I'm a great chart reader. right? I mean, I look at things through the lens of what is the chart telling me, where are the support lines. I have all of my various indicators, whether it be a Keltner channel read, an RSI read, OBV line. I have those to help me with the low entry purchase. Well, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to get in this game, and I know I'm getting in a bit hot. But with the stock being down $2 yesterday, it's going to be a little less hot, right? I don't get that fluff from Thursday. And when I'm looking at this chart, I'm looking at this support line. Now, again, this is the daily. So every time Redfin rallies, it comes back to that line. Rallies again, comes back to that line. And I'm watching this. So I decided at this point, this is where, for this one day, they're going to support the stock. And then when I noticed this trade right here, it really told me there's some interest here. What you're seeing here is a 33.7K trade here. Then the very next trade, I don't know if you can see it, the very next trade is about 6.3K. What is that? That's 40,000 shares the market maker executed. And this thing pops from that point. Now, somebody sees that line right there. It sees that's the support for the day. And they're going to take that when it trades right here. They're going to take that and they're going to rally it. But you know what I see there? I actually see potentially some traders that sold off the day before are now jumping in today when they see the support being about 48x. So that's when I felt, okay, I missed this bounce here. It's trading here, spikes higher. I'm going to get in where I fit in because notice the new support on the day. And this is where I just decided, you know what, we're going to go 49 here. Maybe on Monday, we retest this number right here, which looks to be about 48.10. Remember, this is a 1 week trade. This isn't a 30-day trade. This isn't a buy and hold. So I got to be looking at these tighter windows. I got to look at the charts a little tighter. And for me, that's how I decided when I was going to execute my cash secure put. Now, again, I preface all of this by saying I want to own the shares. That's why I picked the 49 strike versus this 48.10 strike, because there's a chance next week Redfin plays in this area versus this area. Now, I know some of you noticed the Workhorse and the UPro trades I did. Absolutely killing it with those as well. I'm going to do a video off YouTube on that Workhorse trade. I got some people emailing me quickly saying, look, you did your cash secure put to start your wheel. You bought it back because the stock rocketed higher. I get that. You buy it back. We're going to go ahead and do the next cash secure put, hoping to get the shares. But instead, you bought the shares and then you wrote the covered call. Why did you do that? Because I was waiting for you to do the next cash secure put and you didn't do it. So give me some insight on that. Give me a little more detail. So that's what I'm going to do. In the pinned comment below, I'm going to post it there. It's not going to be there now because I haven't done the video. I'm going to do it later this afternoon, but I want you to come back and check, right? What I do anytime there's great content on YouTube or a blog or I want to be reminded of something, I go to Google and I put in a Google Calendar entry to remind me. See, I'm always trying to up my game, man. I don't let these moments slip. And if you're interested in that Workhorse covered call that I just did yesterday, then you want to come back. I'm going to send that link out to all of my newsletter members. So if you go back to my website, ctpdashboard.com, sign up for the free newsletter, I'll send you the current newsletter, and I'm going to send you a link when I do that Workhorse video. Now look, I'm going to leave it right there. If you like anything you heard today and you want to be a part of it, just subscribe to the channel. I want you to bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. And oh yeah, there it is again. We got our premium membership 1 month free special. I'm telling you what, that is really popular. And I love it too because you get 3 months of the premium membership. You really get to see what I do. I send out stock commentary emails. I'm always updating the upgraded CTP dashboard. In fact, my poor man's cover call dashboard is almost ready for prime time. Man, if you're a poor man's cover call trader, you want to be a part of that. Oh, and I always give my weekly emails where I show you my trades. We talk about them. So maybe you learn something. Hey, look, I'm going to leave it right there. Be safe, be healthy. Most important, be lucky. And until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.